Welcome to Kickstart Your Week, brought to you by Kickstart Collective, a marketing agency focused on helping brands grow with purpose. Every Monday, we're here to help business owners, creators, and marketers start their week with clarity, momentum, and practical ideas you can actually use. Kickstart Your Week is produced right here at Kickstart Studios in Wilmington, North Carolina. Let's kickstart your week. Welcome to Kickstart Your Week. We are very excited for today's episode. This is our third year, I believe, doing the... Are we allowed to say that? Crap. So yeah, our third year doing the big game ad reviews, which are fun. I think it's always fun to talk about what these big brands are doing with their big budgets and star power and the storytelling. But what we also like to do is take the themes and the things that we've seen in the commercials and make that apply for small businesses and things that you guys can actually use in your marketing in 2026. So before we jump in, if you are a, longtime listener, first time caller, longtime listeners,
a true OG.
You may remember our beautiful cans and the Toucan Talks format of the podcast, where we had the Plinko, I don't think that's trademark. We can say Plinko board, to where we had a guest and there were two cans, two people can talk. Our logo is toucan, all the toucans.
All the puns.
All the puns, all the things. We have since, I'm sure you've noticed, have changed the format to being shorter episodes every Monday morning. And we were just using that as a segment called Kickstart Your Week as part of the Toucan Talks podcast. Mm-hmm. But we really love the shorter segments and the every Monday morning release. So we are officially changing Toucan Talks to Kickstart Your Week. So that's where it'll be on the platforms moving forward: YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. You will be able to search for Kickstart Your Week instead of Toucan Talks. And hopefully that is a little less confusing. You know, from a branding standpoint, I think it was time for us to make a decision on where we were going with the podcast. So I'm excited. Hopefully y'all are too, because here we are.
Heck yeah.
So that being said, we will bring the cans back for, special occasions. The Super Bowl, bleep me, the big game, the big game commercials, being one of those, because it's a favorite of ours. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw out a commercial from last Sunday's game. We're going to talk about it, what we liked about it, why it worked. We're focusing all on the good ones this episode. Last year we did our favorites and our least favorites. It's all good stuff. I mean, some of them weren't good, but we're not going to talk about those. We're just talking about the good and what you can learn from those as a small business owner or a marketer. So without further ado, I'm Laura. This is Alyssa. This is Joshua, if you're tuning in for the first time. And we work at Kickstart Collective, and we're going to talk about some ads. So do one of y'all want to draw? You want to draw first?
Oh, yeah. Okay. We have the Uber Eats Football is to Sell Food campaign.
Let's go. Uber Eats. I mean, what is better than eating, right? And what is better than eating while you're watching the big game, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so yeah, they basically kind of had a continued take on their one that's been running for a couple of years now, at least 2 years, I think.
Yeah, it was definitely last year. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so they kind of continued that, and they brought McConaughey back, who doesn't love him, along with Bradley Cooper, and who's been kind of like the face of it this year. And they did a great job of kind of just all the puns were there. All of the imagery was there. We were talking about it before the show, and Laura was saying how she loved the juicer comparison to the Hall of Fame, I think it was.
Yeah, I don't know what that building is, but it literally is
it's good.
Funny. Like, it's just, I love the creativity and the, obviously that building is not, I mean, maybe it was supposed to be a juicer. But I'm bought in.
They're right.
I love a conspiracy. So what else could it be?
There's nothing else. There's nothing else.
Yeah.
And I mean, they brought in Jerry Rice, who, as all y'all football guys and girls know, that's the best receiver of all time.
And if you aren't a football guy or girl, thank you.
Yes.
I got you.
I mean, I know his name.
Yeah, there you go. And that's all that matters. And he's in the Hall of Fame too. Anyways.
They brought in Addison Rae for the people who weren't the football people.
There you go.
Like me.
And I didn't know who that was. So it caught all the eyes. But yeah, I think they did a really good job this year of just using the star power in a good way. They were not just like, there's not a star to be a star. There's a reason why they're there. And kind of brand continuity with McConaughey being in a previous version of that from last year really helped. He kind of like tied the last one and this one together, I think. And then they just really played into the imagery and then some of the puns from last year. So I think it was really good. Yeah. It was, they kind of pulled into the conspiracy angle of it. Like, I know that's probably been the theme throughout at least through the whole season. I think maybe through the whole ad campaign. Yeah. But they did a really good job of just, conspiracies are always fun and I feel like they're at an all-time high right now. So that was smart too and very timely. I don't know if they intended for that to be, but it really caught people's attention. Mm-hmm. And I think the entertainment factor there really kind of brought it home because it wasn't just like I said it before, there wasn't like just a star to be a star. Mm-hmm. It was entertainment factor. And for me, I could watch that multiple times and enjoy it multiple times and it wouldn't like lose its luster. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas sometimes you see an ad and it's just kind of there to literally just, hey, we sell this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
it was, to your point, like very, like the story line and like storytelling of it is good. It had like multiple, as it did last year, that version of the campaign, but like it had so many just like good, consistent punchlines. Yeah. But that juicer, man,
that was the best part.
The best part. And I think with a lot of these bigger brands and, local businesses too, what is like cool is I probably never once said, you get on an app and order food to your door. Yeah. They do have the brand recognition of Uber Eats. Like everyone knows what that is. But just like the idea that football is to sell food and then they're delivering it to you. So tying all that together without ever needing to say or like focusing on what their actual service is. It's focusing on the brand personality and humor and telling a story. So I think that's something small businesses could easily, tap into, like taking a little bit of focus. If you're newer, you need brand awareness, you have to have some educational component at some point, but thinking of your marketing and your messaging and the storytelling, focusing more on like the brand personality and how can you entertain, delight, engage people. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of do that a little bit with Mess Hall. With one of our favorite people to work with, and they have an established brand. Like Mess Hall, you're going to go get a burger and some tots. No fries. Never get fries. We refuse those actually, and so we can kind of build off that with our brand campaigns and stuff like that. Just shooting something that's silly but makes sense and is like marketing something they're trying to sell in the quarter or in the start of the year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's a good example. Okay, cool. Do you want to draw the next one?
Let's do it.
What's it going to be?
Lay's potato chips.
Ooh. This is another one that is kind of a continuation of the campaign from last year's game. Last year, the characters in the commercial, it was a little girl. This year, she's grown up. She's about to take over the family potato farm. And this one was more emotional because it was her last harvest with her dad before he retires. And they really played into the pulling on your heartstrings for this one. Yeah. It wasn't really humor. It was just enjoyable and emotional. And sometimes that can kind of cut through the other funny ones that are out there and be more memorable. At least it was for me. Yeah. Especially, I love the ones that play off of last year's campaign. Yeah. I think it's so fun.
I like that too.
And I know we're not talking about the Budweiser commercials, but like they had those horses for years. And I remember the first Super Bowl where the horse wasn't in it. And I was like,
what happened?
What
happened to my horse?
Where is this puppy and the horses? And they've since brought them back. But I love how these other brands are really continuing the storyline. And that one, I know last year I had some questions on it. My skepticism. Because I won't rehash my thoughts from last year, but it is like showing the American farmer, and there is this like food, local, like family farm messaging built into Lay's potato chips,
which is a huge brand.
I think my skepticism last year, I'm like, you're taking these sweet, beautiful potatoes and turning them into
loading them up with all the
processed foods.
Yeah.
But, at least they're starting as a beautiful potato.
Right.
And they're supporting farmers and family farms and all that. So it really, it does, the story of the ad is, great. Like you said, breaks through the noise. But I think it ties back to their like core brand and messaging and company of, supporting local farmers.
Yeah. It's almost like an origin story.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which I feel like people really connect with, whether you're a big brand like Lay's that's been around for forever, it's interesting to see the behind the scenes or how they started out. But even if you're a smaller business that is newer, it's still interesting for people to see, again, behind the scenes, how you started out, what your core values are. I think that allows people to really connect with the brand and be invested and want to see next year's commercial.
And I didn't really think about this as we were prepping for this episode, but in previous marketing life, which I'm not old, so it's not that long ago. But a lot of what we were talking about was like succession planning for business owners who are about to sell their business and like bringing in like the next generation. And a lot of it was in financial services. So a lot of the marketing was geared to the person who is like prepping for retirement or thinking about that and getting the business in order so that when the younger person comes in, the finances are in order so they can acquire the business. Anyways, all that to say that the generational demographics of the country, like that is that succession planning and like someone is about to retire who's going to take the business, I think is a theme just overall. So I think that probably taps into a lot of people's emotions there too. And probably resonates. Which is interesting. Yeah.
And, they had a smaller commercial that I'm assuming aired after this main one, where if you scanned a QR code on the screen.
Oh, I saw that.
You could get a bag of chips within 72 hours. And if it wasn't delivered within that time frame, you get free chips for a year. Yeah. Which I thought was a fun little extra after the fact.
Yeah. Always drawing engagement.
Yeah.
Back online or to a lead capture. Don't get me started. We'll save that for another day. That's a whole webinar. Okay. Let's see. All right. The GenSpark AI commercial. There was a lot of AI.
There was a lot.
There's a lot. And I think that's kind of like with the Uber Eats. It wasn't a lot of like, here's AI. It was a lot more like brand personality.
Right.
So the GenSpark one was Matthew Broderick, Ferris Bueller's Day Off vibe. So a lot of tie on nostalgia because, his face is,
Yeah.
So basically it was like big letter, like Monday, February 9th. And then like Monday after Super Bowl, it's like the most called in sick day in America, whatever, all those things. But it was basically him saying like, take the day off, but using GenSpark AI to like put the PowerPoint together. Like all the things that it can do to where, yes, you're at work half falling asleep, but like your work is getting done. So I think one of the reasons I loved it is like, yes, Monday after the Super Bowl is like it's a thing. Everyone knows. A lot of the schools had teacher work days this year, which was interesting.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
I had my senior skip day in high school on that day.
Yeah.
What?
See? No one wants to.
It needs to be a federal holiday at some point.
Yeah.
True.
GenSpark AI.
Yeah.
So it is just like, it's so timely. It's so relevant. Just to like that next Monday, you're like already, dreading going back to work. So I think it is just like clear, here's the problem, here's the fix.
Yeah.
Pulling on AI and just like a nostalgic, yes, educational, but like funny again, kind of way. So
yeah, it wasn't futuristic or like robots or anything.
So
it was very
practical.
real life.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. And I think depending on, the audience, they might not know all of the things AI can do. And so that one is just very practical for the working person.
And I feel like they position themselves well where they're not like, oh, hey, this is our AI and it's going to take your job.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, this is our AI and it's going to help you with your job.
Yeah.
Right.
That was kind of like the whole point. We're here to be a companion, not a replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you still have that human element. Yeah.
Right.
That's a good point.
I feel like that's how a lot or a good bit of the AI commercials were.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, we're here to help.
Yeah.
Not we're here to take over.
Yeah.
Right.
We weren't planning on talking about this either, but ChatGPT is, I think, very clearly trying to become like the Kleenex term for like a tissue. Like instead of saying like AI, they want you
I like
just to
that. That's
say, like,
good.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's funny. And then today I literally sent a text saying I ChatGPT'd like
Yeah.
blah, 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 which it was on ChatGPT. But I was like, oh, that's so funny. It's already a Google. It's already a verb.
It's a verb. They've been verbed.
I verbed it in my own life. I'm sure I'm obviously not the first, but I was like, oh no, they've done it.
Yeah.
OpenAI.
I do the same thing. I've done the same thing as well.
Yeah.
Texting.
I looked this up on Google. No, I Googled it.
Yeah.
Here
That's
we
true.
are.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So, fun fact.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Should we go to the next one?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. So Coinbase was the Backstreet Boys karaoke ad. I loved it. It's a little controversial because of how like simple and like it was, but okay. So two things. One, we were just hanging out with some friends watching the Super Bowl, not like anything huge, but when it came on, we all stopped and were like staring at the TV, like what is happening?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like expecting something to happen and nothing besides the karaoke really happened. My first impression, and I am so disappointed that this is not what it was, but it starts out with the like, I should know this because I'm Backstreet Boys is my generation, but it's like the "We're Back" line of the karaoke.
Yeah.
With the blue background screen and the yellow lettering. And I was like, oh shoot, it's going to be Blockbuster.
Oh man, that would have been so good.
It wasn't. I was like, is Blockbuster got some streaming? Like what is happening? It wasn't. It was Coinbase.
I mean, but they caught your attention for more than one reason then.
Yeah, they did. I was like so excited.
I feel like the nationwide like decibel, like the hearing range in everyone's room all went down.
We're like, what is happening?
Yeah, there was only a couple people in my house, but we were like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
And we watched till the end and we saw the logo at the end.
And then the part of like, we're so secure, obviously they changed the word secure or changed it to secure. So then you're like, okay, what is this going to be? And it was Coinbase, which is like crypto trading thing, but I think their whole, and I had to look it up later because I was like, why? I mean, use Backstreet Boys because why not? But like, why were they using Backstreet Boys? I think they did a commercial in like 2022, the Super Bowl commercial. So I think it was maybe a play on like "We're Back" on Super Bowl spot. But their whole thing was like, is relatable. It's for everybody. So, because the name, like everybody, you know, right.
Sing along, y'all. Y'all know it.
Throw out the karaoke real quick. That's not my karaoke song. Could be. But that Coinbase is for everyone. It's accessible. It's not just for like tech bros, like crypto people.
Right.
Like, it's,
That's good.
Everybody.
That's good.
We're back. Super Bowl spot. So anyways, also nostalgic. Also caught my attention because the Backstreet Boys were in a commercial earlier. And
they were.
Yes, I saw
game.
that.
I was about to say the show. So it's okay.
The T-Mobile, right?
See, I don't know. Wasn't as memorable, but I do love T-Mobile. Shout out T-Mobile. So maybe.
I think it maybe was.
Okay.
I think you're right.
So good for them too.
I know.
They really are back, huh?
They are back. Yeah. Backstreet Boys are back. So yeah, anyways, I liked that one. Just something different. Again, it breaks through the noise. You kind of capture people's attention in a different way.
Yeah.
And just like the low production, like
saving some money.
Get it.
No faces, no characters, no
acting.
Yeah, no acting.
Cheapest Super Bowl ad ever, maybe?
Yeah. Production wise, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. yeah, the takeaway on that, maybe just like, again, nostalgia, which was, I feel like a big theme for last year too, or the year before. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, and just doing something different, I think is what made that one at least stand out to me.
Yeah.
And Backstreet Boys. I wasn't an NSYNC girl, let's be clear, but I did love the Backstreet Boys. So
thank you for
had to clear that up.
I really did. It's really an identity thing for us millennials. So yeah, I think that's all I got on that one. Anything else that stood out?
Yeah.
No, cool. I enjoyed it too.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do future episodes after this one is each of these themes that we kind of picked up on and saw in this year's Super Bowl commercials. We're going to break those down a little bit further into how small businesses can use those in their marketing moving forward, why some of those themes, and I guess they're trends, but I feel like it's more like theme related. Why they work, how to apply them. So the next, I think, 4 episodes of Kickstart Your Week, we'll be diving into one of those, which will be super fun. So yeah, thanks guys. It's always fun when we all get to do one together. And we'll, have the next one rolling out for you soon. So be sure to subscribe. You can join our email list on our website and we'll email it to you Monday morning. If not, it'll be on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcast. So thanks for joining us on Kickstart Your Week. Say bye-bye to the can.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Kickstart Your Week. If today's episode gave you something to think about or try this week, be sure to subscribe, share it with a friend, or leave a review. It helps more people find the show. And if you're looking to create your own podcast or content, Kickstart Studios is available for booking. We'll be back next week with another conversation to help you kickstart your week.